Have you ever wondered if traveling after 70 is still a good idea? Picture this. You're finally free to explore new places, soak in different cultures, chase that wanderlust you've held on to for years. But what if that dream trip turns into a nightmare you can't wake up from? As we age, our bodies and minds shift in ways we can't always predict. Travel becomes exhausting, chaotic, even dangerous. That stamina you had at 50? It's gone. The safety nets you take for granted at home? They vanish when you're miles away. Today, we're exposing 6 shocking reasons why traveling after 70 could put everything at risk: your health, your savings, your peace of mind. These aren't little hiccups. They're hidden traps that can derail your life in ways you'd never expect. Number 1. Increased health risks and medical emergencies. Let's start with the big one. Your health isn't what it used to be. After 70, your body's a wild card. Heart disease, high blood pressure, creaky lungs. These aren't just annoyances, they're ticking time bombs that can explode when you're far from home. At your house, help's a quick call away. But stranded in a foreign airport or a remote village? Good luck. A small hiccup, a dizzy spell, a twinge in your chest can spiral into a full-blown emergency when you're out of your comfort zone. This isn't just talk. Long flights crank up the odds of blood clots, deep vein thrombosis, if you want the fancy term. High altitudes mess with your heart and lungs, especially if they're already on edge. Even dehydration or a heat wave can knock you flat in a way it never did before. The CDC says seniors over 70 are twice as likely to face health crises while traveling compared to younger folks. Twice. That's not a statistic. That's a warning. Take James, 74, a guy who loved hitting the open road, or sea in his case. He booked a cruise with his wife, figuring it'd be low-key, no stress. Day 4, chest pain hits like a freight train. The ship's clinic? Barely a Band-Aid station. He needed a real hospital, but they were stuck in the ocean. Hours dragged by before a chopper could airlift him out. He made it, barely, but his relaxing getaway became a brush with death he'll never forget. And here's the kicker: insurance. Think your Medicare or health plan follows you overseas? Think again. Many seniors learn the hard way after they're slapped with a 5-figure hospital bill in some country where they don't even speak the language. Without travel insurance, you're rolling the dice on your entire savings. So, what's the move? Before you even dream of a trip, sit down with your doctor. Get the brutal truth about your health. Pack every pill, know every dose. Research your destination's hospitals, don't assume they're up to par. And if you're crossing borders, get travel insurance that covers emergencies and evacuations. One slip-up here, and you're not just ruining a vacation, you're gambling with your life. But health isn't the only trap waiting to spring. There's something else creeping up, ready to hit you where it hurts. Number 2. Increased exposure to infections and contaminants. Travel's a germ fest, and after 70, your immune system's not winning any prizes. Airports, planes, buses, every crowded spot's a petri dish of viruses and bacteria. For a 30-year-old, a sniffle's no big deal. For you, it could land you in a hospital bed, or worse. Your body's defenses are fading, and every new bug you meet is a potential knockout punch. Airplanes are the worst. You're sardined in, breathing the same stale air as 100 strangers from who knows where. Studies say tray tables have 8 times more bacteria than the bathroom flush button. 8 times! Then there's food. Exotic dishes sound fun until you're doubled over from norovirus or E. coli. Locals might shrug off their tap water, but one sip could have you praying for a quick flight home. Seniors hit by foodborne illness don't just bounce back. Dehydration and weakness can linger, turning a minor bug into a major crisis. And it's not just planes and plates. Hotel doorknobs, rental car keys, public railings, germs are everywhere, and if you're leaning on a cane or walker, you're touching more of it. Post-pandemic, we know how fast things spread. Seniors are prime targets for complications from flu or pneumonia, especially with new strains your body's never fought before. Imagine Margaret, 72, thrilled for her first trip to Asia. She boards a packed bus tour, feeling adventurous. Next day, a fever spikes. The guide barely speaks English, and the nearest clinic's hours away. What started as a cold turned into pneumonia, chaining her to a hospital bed instead of a temple tour. That's the reality when your immune system's running on fumes. How do you dodge this? Masks in crowds. Yes, still a thing. Wash your hands like it's a religion and carry sanitizer. Bottled water only. No raw salads. Stick to steaming hot meals. Vaccines? Get them. Pack meds for stomach bugs or coughs. You're not invincible anymore, so act like it, because a harmless germ could steal more than your trip. But germs aren't the only thing wearing you down. There's another danger that'll drain you before you even unpack. Number 3. Travel fatigue and recovery challenges. Travel's a marathon, and after 70, you're not built for the race. Long flights, jet lag, schlepping through terminals, it's a grind that hits harder now. Back in the day, a nap fixed everything. Now, exhaustion sticks around like an unwanted guest, sapping your strength for days, even weeks. When you're wiped out, your immune system tanks, your focus fades, and every step feels like a risk. Sleep's the first casualty. Strange beds, noisy hotels, time zones flipping your clock upside down. Good luck resting. Sleep deprivation messes with your head, your heart, your everything. Research says seniors take 5 days to shake jet lag across time zones, twice as long as younger travelers. 5 days of fog while you're supposed to be enjoying yourself? That's not a vacation, that's torture. Then there's the physical beatdown. Hours crammed in a seat stiffen your joints, swell your legs, up your clot risk. Arthritis or bad circulation. You'll feel it. At your destination, lugging bags or trekking to sites pushes you past your limit. Richard, 75, learned this the hard way. He flew 10 hours for a European getaway, hit the ground running. Well, stumbling. By day 2, he was a zombie, skipping tours to nap, barely keeping up. He spent his trip fighting fatigue, then crashed for weeks after. Sound fun? Didn't think so. Here's how to fight back. Schedule downtime, real rest days, not just light ones. Hydrate like your life depends on it, because it might. Shorter flights, layovers to stretch, snacks to keep your energy up. Nap when you can. Know your breaking point and respect it. A trip should lift you up, not leave you crawling home. But exhaustion's just the start. There's a physical risk that could land you in worse shape than when you left. Number 4. Higher risk of falls and injuries. After 70, a fall isn't just a stumble, it's a life changer. Balance wobbles, bones brittle, reflexes slow. At home, you know every step. Traveling? You're on uneven cobblestones, slick decks, dark stairs with no handrails. One wrong move, and you're not just bruised, you're broken. The CDC says 1 in 4 seniors falls yearly, and travel amps that risk with strange turf and zero safety nets. Hotels skip accessibility. Tourist traps flaunt charm over function. Linda, 78, chased her European dream, walking fine back home. In Italy, a steep street and dim light sent her crashing, hip shattered. Surgery abroad, months of rehab, a trip she'd erase if she could. Fatigue from travel makes it worse. Tired legs and foggy heads double the danger. Foreign ERs? Slow, confusing, and far from top-notch? Picture it, a snapped ankle in a place where ambulances crawl and doctors don't get your language. That's not a vacation photo you want. So pick flat, accessible spots. Ditch the rugged adventure vibe. Wear grippy shoes, use a cane if you're shaky, stay rested. Your mobility's too precious to bet on a slippery slope. But even if you stay upright, there's one final blow that could hit your wallet and your sanity hardest of all. Number 5. Travel insurance and financial risk. Here's the one you never see coming. Travel can bankrupt you. After 70, health crises, cancellations, and scams aren't just hassles, they're money pits. Your regular insurance? Probably useless abroad. A hospital stay or airlift could cost tens of thousands, and without travel insurance, that's all on you. One emergency and your nest egg's toast. Cancellations sting too. Book a cruise, then your health flops. No refunds, no mercy. George, 76, saved for a tropical escape. Arrived to find his hotel was a scam. Poof, money gone. He shelled out double for a last-minute room, turning paradise into a financial fiasco. Scammers love seniors. Fake taxis, sham deals, card theft. The FTC says travel scams bleed Americans $100 million a year, and guess who's the target? Protect yourself. Confirm your insurance covers overseas care. If not, buy a plan with medical and cancellation coverage. Book legit, skip shady bargains. Guard your cash. Credit cards over debit. Tell your bank you're traveling. One scam or uncovered bill could wipe you out, and at 70 plus, rebuilding's no picnic. Number 6. Lack of familiar support systems and medical care. Traveling strips away your safety net. After 70, you're not just leaving home, you're leaving your doctor, pharmacist, and the neighbor who checks in. For seniors with chronic conditions like diabetes or heart issues, this is a serious risk. Your routine keeps you stable, but travel throws it out the window. Finding a new doctor who understands your history or a pharmacy with your meds can be a nightmare. If you depend on family or caregivers for daily support, going solo leaves you vulnerable, especially when things go wrong. Picture this. Susan, 78, flew to see her grandkids but forgot her blood pressure meds. At home, her pharmacist would have sorted it in a heartbeat. On the road, she fumbled through an unfamiliar clinic, waited hours, and ended up in the ER when her blood pressure soared. A simple oversight turned into a crisis because her support system was miles away. This isn't just about pills, it's about losing the people who know you best. In a new place, small health issues can spiral fast with delays, language barriers, or confusing healthcare systems. We've just laid bare 6 brutal truths about traveling after 70. Health emergencies that strike without warning, infections that turn adventure into agony, fatigue that drags you down, falls that break more than your spirit, financial traps that empty your pockets, lack of familiar support systems and medical care. These aren't maybe problems. They're real, lurking risks that can shred your retirement dreams in a heartbeat. Does this mean lock yourself at home forever? Number. But it screams for a rethink. Ditch the grueling treks and far-flung flights. Closer, calmer trips, local gems, short hops. Keep the joy without the jeopardy. Check your health, your insurance, your destination. Ask, can I handle this? Is it worth it? Because longevity's not just years, it's living them well, not recovering from a reckless getaway. Thanks for sticking with me. Drop a comment. What hit you hardest? How'll you play it smarter? Your stories fuel us, so share away. Like, subscribe, pass this along if it clicked. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you next time.